man, I am really glad Black Panther was a good movie.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if it wasn't, we'd have to be like, Black Panther wasn't that good of a movie. And then everyone would be like, you're a fucking racist, you goddamn fucking neo-Nazi. And it's like, no, I didn't think this movie was that good.
I'm not a neo-Nazi. I grew my hair out and everything.
But yeah, I'm very happy that this movie was good, and I enjoyed it because, like, before this movie came out, I had already decided, I'm like, I am not going to trust a single review. By the way, don't trust our review either. Just listen to it for the sake of listening to it if you want to. Don't actually trust it. Go watch this movie and form your own opinion on it. Then again, well, I mean, I recommend that for everything, but just this in particular, where, I didn't trust any fucking reviews because, especially like a guy like Movie Bob, where I'm like, I don't trust you, Movie Bob. If it involves like women, minorities, or Spider-Man, your opinion is completely fucking just voided. I don't care. But yeah, this movie was really good. This is like one of the few times where I actually feel like, because the marketing has been kind of vague, that this is an MCU film that you could actually spoil.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, just about every other MCU film, like, you see the trailer, and even if the trailer trying to keep it vague, you're going, okay, it's this story format, it's doing this thing, I get it. Here, like,
yeah,
you know...
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, like, all the marketing was, go buy a Lexus. So all I saw was that fucking YouTube trailer over and over again.
The best part is, like I know a black guy that whenever he, a young black guy, that when he started getting money, he bought a Lexus.
I really thought this was gonna I know a black guy, so everything I say about Black Panther is it's cool.
Yeah, I'm down with the struggle. But yeah, the marketing for this movie was a lot of just, isn't Black Panther fucking cool? Did you see Civil War? He was fucking cool there. He's about to be cool here too.
Because a lot of movie trailers are like, we made this movie, and they try to get you interested. And some movie trailers are, please come see this movie so you can find that a thing. A lot of the black trailer advertisement was, we made a Black Panther movie. You're welcome.
The black trailer movie?
Did I say black trailer?
So yeah, the marketing has been really vague. Like, Killmonger, like, we knew, like, there was a villain called Killmonger, which, like, I don't even think, like, the trailers even said his name once. Like, you just see Michael B. Jordan, and you know he's the villain. And that's all you know. You know Claw's in there, you know he's the villain. So I'm going to say, this movie, very well acted, very well cast. The futurist African tribal stuff, like, you know, aesthetic was really cool and really different, and I really liked it. The music, for the most part, was really great, especially like when it did like the hip hop tribal fusion stuff.
And then hard cut to South Korean hip hop.
Yes. So yeah, that pretty much covers it. Definitely a movie worth seeing. I would recommend it. You?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, go see Black Panther if you haven't already. Now we're going to start getting, like, pretty much we're probably not going to jump immediately into spoilers, but we're just going to start dropping spoilers at random after this point, because there's just so much that wasn't said in the trailers. In fact, I'm pretty sure even the premise of Killmonger is not directly stated.
No.
Like
nothing.
Yeah, so like, Killmonger is one of the most interesting villains I've seen in the MCU. Like, probably top 5. And that's including, like, you know, Kingpin and the Purple Man and, wonder who else I would put in that list.
Claw. You would put Claw in that list because he's awesome.
Man, Claw, okay. Like, I said this, like, when the movie ended, like, I haven't seen Age of Ultron in a long time. I'm like, I didn't remember Claw being so campy. He just chews the scenery. It's amazing.
Like in Age of Ultron, he's just, you know, as campy as all Australians in movies are.
Yeah, like, he just kind of came off as, like, you know, like slimy, illegal, you know, fucking...
And I think him being that much bigger in this movie, it has to do with the, like the Marvel effect. Mm-hmm. Like, if you read, like, Marvel 1602, the idea that, like, you know, you start out with Iron Man. And you're in a normal world, and like, Iron Man's a pretty grounded movie about a guy with a robot suit. But as the MCU progresses, things just get wilder and, for lack of a more accurate term, more comic booky. And so, yeah, like Claw, he has evolved from, oh, I'm an arms dealer, to I'm an arms dealing supervillain with a gun hand.
Yeah, that was great shit. And okay, yeah, just
Wakanda deserved a better class of criminal, and he was going to give it to them.
True facts. I will say though, talk about that Marvel effect. I mean, I think we were kind of discussing this not that long ago when we saw Thor Ragnarok, where you go to that one alien planet, and it's Jack Kirby out the ass, just aesthetic, just over the top weirdness in its visuals and its aesthetic flair. But then you go to the magical land of Asgard with its rainbow bridge and golden castles, and it looks fucking bland in comparison because it was a fucking aesthetic that was established back when the MCU was more grounded. Like, I am glad that that Marvel is just they're leaning more. Like, I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy did it. Once they realized we could put a raccoon
full cosmic.
It's like we could have a talking raccoon with laser guns, and people will still take our movie. People want comic book shit in their comic book movies. Oh fuck! Who would have guessed? So we're getting comic book shit in our fucking Black Panther's suit in this, where he's just like, and I'm like, whoa, like that is extreme ends of comic booky wild bullshit and sci-fi weirdness, and they're just leaning into it. And I find it fascinating that that Black Panther was the character that introduced crazy materializing tech suit. Like I want to see him and Tony Stark, just Tony the pieces come in and it wraps around him. He's like, yeah, and then just T'Challa next to him, and Iron Man just fucking show off. Because it's gonna make Tony feel really goddamn inferior with his magical, amazing super suit.
God, leads into the fucking extremist virus, and we had it called something extremist, didn't we?
Yeah, that was Iron Man 3. What was the extremist virus in the comics? I know it was a big arc. I don't know.
What was extremist in the MCU?
That was that thing that made you super strong and gave you healing powers and gave you firepower.
Weird drug thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think extremist was like his weird liquid metal suit, and then it became an AI. I don't know. I didn't read the extremist series. Anyway.
Yeah. And going back to what I was saying before, though, Killmonger, great fucking, because you had that opening scene, and I don't know if it was obvious to you, but I saw the little black kid playing basketball. I'm like, baby Killmonger, and then an hour into the movie, oh fuck, that was baby Killmonger. I was just I bet that guy's Killmonger, and then it ended up being him. But yeah, he had a great tragic backstory, and it directly tied it to our hero. It was a very personal tie from villain to hero, which is something that we don't get too often in these movies. Usually it's hero and then some asshole who shows up. The most we usually get with personal interactions with these characters, personal ties to these characters is Loki and Thor, which is just a petty brotherly rivalry. That asshole who was Ironmonger in Iron Man 1, because he was just he's an evil corporate takeover guy. And
yeah, I think not to pun on the name, but I think Ironmonger has the closest parallel to Killmonger in his relationship to the hero, because it's back to that old school sort of from the same place dark version of this character kind of thing. And I didn't realize how much I kind of missed how small and personal that could be.
Actually,
I would say, a fist fight movie.
Yeah, I would say maybe Winter Soldier might be a closer parallel, because
because Winter Soldier is the you killed this for me storyline. Because Winter Soldier isn't like an evil version of Captain America, I wouldn't say.
Well, I mean, he's the Soviet version.
Well, yeah, but that's because the Soviets are all evil warlocks.
Yeah, so that inherently makes him the evil version of Captain America.
Well, no, that'd be fucking what's the name of the British one? Union Jack. If he was suddenly evil.
But yeah, it's just Killmonger. One of the things I really appreciate about this movie, and once it ties back into Killmonger, is that the villain has, like I said, that personal tie to the hero. He is kind of the evil version, but like he's also that kind of villain where he's the hero of his own story, and he feels that he's morally right, and he actually does kind of call out the moral bullshit of Wakanda. And it's just like, like our people are suffering around the world, and you're not doing jack shit. Like, your technology can help so much, and blah, 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 blah.
Which brings up the interesting moral quandary of the film. Because Killmonger puts forth that our people are suffering all over the world. And I have to ask the age-old question, what do you mean, our people?
Yeah, because he's clearly... Like when he's talking about, like, helping the downtrodden and oppressed... He isn't talking about the downtrodden. He's talking about black people. He's talking about, like, the Black Lives Matter.
Specifically, one assumes displaced Africans from the slave trade.
Yeah. So he's very specifically about, like, let's give black people a bunch of high-tech weaponry so they can kill whitey. Seems to be his MO. And I get, like, he's coming from, like, like this place, like he feels like he's trying to help and blah blah blah, and but I kind of wish he were a little bit more morally ambiguous, where it's just like, no, like he just wants to help the downtrodden and oppressed, and not just, I want to give black people really sweet guns to hashtag kill whitey.
So I can then rule the fucking world.
Yeah.
I don't know how he thought that was going to work. Like I understand, like, Wakanda has spies and operatives all over the world, and they can, like, organize resistance movements, but destabilizing a government and conquering a country are two very different things. Yeah. Which I do love that for this, like, they had Martin Freeman. And if you're going to have a token white guy, Martin Freeman is the perfect person to do that. And it was just, he's from the CIA, and the whole time, like, oh yeah, Killmonger. We taught him to destabilize governments and shit, because it's 2018, and we're done pretending we haven't been doing that for decades and decades.
Yeah. Also, okay, with Killmonger, like I said, he has that personal tie. Also, I like the fact that, because it's a personal, like, thing between these two characters, like, with a whole bunch of history that they didn't know that they had, that it is a smaller scale fight. It is just two guys beating the shit out of each other, really more for his country than it is for the whole world. Because you don't know if, like, because, Killmonger's plans to even work, if he gets all these weapons out there into the world, like, it makes Wakanda a target, and then, the fucking Avengers have to fucking step in.
Right?
Yeah. So, the odds of him actually succeeding in his plan, like, oh no, Killmonger's gonna, like, destroy the world. Like, he isn't gonna destroy the world. He's gonna take some pot shots to the world until, like...
He's gonna start a fucking war.
Yeah. Like, until, like, the Vision and Scarlet Witch and, start showing up and just put the fucking Wakandans in their place. So, yeah, but yeah, it is like that really smaller scale, personal, just, let's just fucking duke this shit out like men kind of moment. And I fucking, I liked it. Wish the action sequences were shot better in this movie.
Specifically, like the close-up, one-on-one fight scenes. A lot of them, they're just, like, a little too close, a little too blurred, a little too shaky. A lot of them are dark.
Yeah, just very specifically...
Like, when you can see it, you can tell everything that's going on is really cool. You wish it, like, a little more Hong Kong. Just pull the camera out a bit.
Yeah, like, pull the camera out, stop, like... Because I remember, what was it? Like, when T'Challa was, like, getting, like... bear hugged by that one big motherfucker with the gorilla mask. M'Baku, yeah. Like, when M'Baku had him, he was just like... And then, like, Black Panther does... Like, T'Challa does something, and, like, you hear, like, a crack sound, and he drops him. And I couldn't tell what happened in that moment.
Yeah, a lot of that fight.
Yeah, like, there's so much of it where, like, someone would get the upper hand, and I wouldn't realize it had happened until 2 seconds after it happened, because I didn't actually see the action. And
a lot of it too, like, especially when they're dealing with weapons. I'm like, no, pull the camera out and slow it down. I want to see what they're holding, because this movie is covered in just fucking... Africa has some of the sickest, most badass cutlery in human history, and it's just never in movies, and it's a crime. And this movie is fucking covered in it, and it's amazing.
Yeah, no, the weapon designs in this are great. Like, honestly, like, I was surprised by how much I enjoyed the aesthetic of this film. Because, like, I don't know diddly shit about African culture. My frame of references for African culture come from, like, seeing a couple of National Geographic specials on television as a kid, and Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. That is the beginning and end of that. So, like, seeing this crazy futurist, non-colonized Africa, where the technology like split off from it and how it developed and how their aesthetic and culture changed along with their technology was really goddamn cool. It really feels like a fully fleshed out, developed world, and because it's so steeped in African culture, which is something I know diddly shit about, it felt so alien to me. Like, it was just like, because you go to like alien worlds and other things, it's always influenced by like Western culture, Western writers, like this is how sci-fi and other planets would work. And,
like the whole '50s Martian thing, where they're just fucking, they're Greek, is all they are.
Yeah, it's very it's all of their aesthetics, all of their cultures, kind of just loosely spun off of Western culture. So seeing something that's based off of African culture, something I'm completely ignorant to, like I said, it felt completely alien, completely original and new and interesting, and yeah, just that alone, I really got an enjoyment out of.
And I do hope we get 10,000 fucking copycat movies off of this, because like I'm a fantasy guy. It's what I was raised on, and I was raised on Tolkien, and I pray at that altar. But fuck me, if I could get something that isn't elf, dwarf, orc, just straight off Tolkien's teat, pan-European fantasy, guys, the genre can do more. So when fucking T'Challa walks out in this pan-African ritual combat scene with a goddamn Zulu shield and Ikla, I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, let's do it.
Yeah, no, that was fucking dope. I do feel like they're a little, okay, for being as technologically advanced they feel a little culturally backwards, because they still decide a ruler by Mortal Kombat.
Right, which is yeah, that's the thing.
It's one of those things where it's just like, like I get like, that's a part of, old African culture, probably. But at the same time, it's 2018, use diplomacy in politics and a voting system.
Well,
because, that system bit them in the ass when Killmonger showed up.
It did. I mean, it's an interesting anthropological question, because a lot of times drastic shifts in culture like that take place when you come in contact with another culture. And Wakanda being as isolationist as it is, and as, I'm going to assume, like, superior feeling as it is, because it has all this great technology and looks around and goes, filthy Earth savages, that yeah, maybe they wouldn't have a reason to change it. And I mean, who's going to change it? All these peasants? I don't think so. Not when the king says no.
Alright, it's just, I don't know, I feel like,
it was. A lot of the older tribal African traditions were maybe overrepresented in a modern context, but like we said, we don't have a case study for isolated super tech culture, and maybe it wouldn't change for another 1,000 years.
Yeah, like, honestly, I feel like, if anything, this movie is going to be that change where T'Challa, because they have cut themselves off culturally from the rest of the world, and now T'Challa is just like, yeah, no, I love the way this movie ended with him going like, okay, by the way, we're really not broke as shit. We are the most technologically superior culture on the world, and we kind of want to give you guys some of that. Oops.
Which it brings to question, like, I don't know how, like their arc of technological advancement goes, because, one of the guys had said in one of the council meetings that, the rest of the world is catching up. And I don't know how long they've been at, like, this tech level, or, like, how radical, like, the stuff his sister was showing him was. Like, oh, shit, is that crazy new stuff? Is it slight tweaks on old stuff? I don't... Like what did they have 50 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume the Black Panther suit where it just phases onto him, that's all new tech, because we never see him phase into a suit in the other movie, and his other movie...
Suit, but, I mean, they've had that weird Pharaoh powder... stuff.
Yeah.
Like, God, that was so fucking cool. When they're on the ship and, like, here's the convoy map, he picks up the object and, like, brushes the top of the truck off. I'm like, that's so badass.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, just some of the tech here was really, like, it fucking blows my mind that the tech in this movie feels way more fantastical than Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, like space travel far ends of the fucking universe shit that they're doing. And then it's just like in the middle of goddamn Africa, we have sand holograms.
I love that specifically, because like Wakanda is a very small focused community who have the ability to make their own proprietary tech. I love when far-flung space cultures have like lower grade, grungier iron tech, because it's got to be compatible and salvageable and reusable.
Oh, okay. So something that I was thinking. Like what probably like the two actual gripes, because this movie, like just about every other MCU film, is like well structured, competent filmmaking, except for the action sequences. But there are two things that I kind of realized like while watching it. I'm like the whole midsection stuff with Claw. I know you love Claw. I love Claw. It was delicious, screen chewing camp. It felt really superfluous, and it felt like they just kind of had that so they could have another action sequence, and then like and establish the whole thing with like Claw, and like he killed that one guy's father, and and having Black Panther fail at catching Claw, so then Killmonger can show up and drop his dead body. Where I feel like that stuff is kind of superfluous. Like they could have just had the dialogue of Claw killed my family, blah, 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 you still haven't found them, and then just, Killmonger shows up in Wakanda much sooner in the film to drop off the dead body.
I felt like it was an intentional misdirect.
Maybe? I mean, I was really surprised when they killed Claw off.
Yeah.
Because, like, when he just gets capped, I was just like, fuck. I thought he was going to be, like, the Scarecrow of the Black Panther trilogy, where he just kind of shows up as this minor villain who's just kind of a dickhead in true scenery. But no, they just fucking capped his ass. I was like,
is he dead? Like, that's not how death in the Marvel Universe has worked thus far. He just, oh yeah, no, that guy lost a gunfight in an airport. He's dead now.
But yeah.
Like after, like Killmonger shows up and like they do the ritual combat and all that. The weird Civil War thing that happens right at the end, like I feel like that might have made a lot more sense or been more impactful with like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to bring up, which is, like, they go, like, the Wakandans, after Killmonger is named king, go from, yeah, T'Challa, we're on, we represent your ideals, to, yeah, let's commit war crimes in the name of our king, Killmonger.
Which, yeah, like, maybe if we'd gotten into, like, fucking Blue Blanket Sickle Sword Tribe, and, like, maybe they had this problem the whole time, simmering under the surface, and it just... a little more time, like, with these people to figure out where they stood and why they would set off this way might have been helpful.
Yeah, because it feels like they just flipped the switch and now they're just in war crime mode. And yeah, let's fuck up the rest of the world with our amazing African tech. Go!
But that scene did have, like I told you after this movie, there are a few things that I love in any movie that they're in. Way overdeveloped hand weapons, technologically. Giant animals wearing armor that don't normally wear armor.
Yes. Man, rhinos are fucking big.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought that was like some sort of artificial representation of how big. I was just like, man, those rhinos are cartoonishly huge. And you're like, no, dude. That's what goddamn rhinos look like. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, man. Fucking rhinos.
I think like my favorite reference for rhinos is Rhinox, and like seeing him standing next to like Optimus Prime and Cheetor.
Oh man, the future is weird.
Right.
But I also love like honor guards and elite corps of badass warriors. So like I never caught her name for the whole movie. The main general that was always hanging out with T'Challa.
Yeah.
I never caught her name.
See, that's okay. Like I heard their names multiple times, but because they're all like
they're alien phonieme structures, and you can't retain them.
Yeah, I can't remember them. Like T'Challa is the only
T'Challa.
T'Challa?
T'Challa.
Yeah, what did I just say?
T'Challa.
Oh, fuck.
Chipotle.
Yes, King Chipotle of the Wakandans.
T'Challa.
T'Challa.
Yeah, it's the first thing when you're a young weeb and try to learn Japanese. It takes a while to get those phonemes down. But yeah, like when she like sends her guard out to go fight the weird civil war in the field there, but then like her and like cause like you've got her group of just the baddest bitches in the fucking country, but then like her and like 4 of the baddest bad bitches stay to fight Killmonger. That's when I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. I love elite guards. Like, I know they're not going to win, because T'Challa has to fight him. But I love elite guards taking on the big bad. It's my shit. And they do it so well.
Yeah. God, like they were just so badass in that moment. That's probably one of the best looking fight scenes in the movie because I could actually tell what was going on. And
it was well lit. And they pulled the camera back. And...
yeah, like you could actually see what was going on. Also, just like the big war sequence where you have like T'Challa going up against like all the other guys and just great fucking action sequences when it's not a one-on-one fight. Which it's really fucked up that the one-on-one fights in this movie look so bad because this is directed by Ryan Coogler who did Creed. And Creed was a boxing movie with one-on-one fights.
When you film boxing, you film it right here. Nobody cares where your feet are when you're boxing.
True, because it's all that duck and weave shoulders and So, I mean, so that makes me wonder. I'm like, now I need to go back and rewatch Creed because I'm like, well, I just need to rewatch all the Rocky movies because they're good.
Yeah,
but
it's like I know they call it the sweet science, and I know boxing fans are going to hang me for this one, but boxing on film is not a technically specific thing to shoot. Because you can have entire stretches of the fight where it's just rapid movement, punch noise, and it's fine. That's part of the fight narrative for boxing. You can't do that when it's spear versus guy with claws. We need to see what's technically happening.
Yeah.
And as far as action scenes go, like, because we keep nitpicking them, but there are some great ones in this movie, specifically the fucking Bosun car chase.
Oh my god! Just... because you're talking about the...
Yeah, I was telling Zeon, I'm too old to watch a car chase in every fucking movie that comes along. So I have a rule about car chases. It either needs to have a point in the story or have something I've never seen in a car chase before. And when the general just hucks her spear through back windshield, front windshield, into the ground and just stops the fucking car and flips it. I'm in the theater. Oh, shit!
He's not kidding. He audibly yelled, "Oh shit," in the theater when that happened. I was just like, oh, someone got their sweet spot hit.
Oh, it was good.
That was fucking dope. Oh my god. Yeah, that was just one of those, like, there's that, because I thought, like, the big moment in that car chase scene was when T'Challa, you know, he's absorbing all that energy into his suit, and he just releases it into the hood, boom, and he turns into Sam Raimi's Spider-Man for like 30 seconds. And he's flipping in the air.
Yeah, God, like watching him Black Panther around during that car chase was like peak Black Panther for me.
Yeah, man, I did not know until actually, like when I first found out, it was very recently. In Death Battle, when they were like breaking down the characters, and they did Black Panther, and they talked about like his skill set. I was like, oh, Black Panther has superpowers. I didn't fucking know. I just thought he had like a bitchin' vibranium suit, and he was just Batmaning it around in Africa. That's all. Yeah. So I didn't know that. So like when they established that, I was like that, and then they reestablished, and then or when I found that out there, and then they established in this universe that like he drank this liquid, and it gave him all his powers. I'm like, oh, that's how he was able to run after a motorcycle in Civil War. I was just like, this is really cool. I feel like this, like he shouldn't be that fast because I didn't have a frame of reference for it. Because like I said, I thought he was just a guy in a cool suit. Which, man, his suit is so fucking cool.
It is. It's good. Like I said before, I miss like the sweater arms that he usually has because that's my jam. But no, his suit is so fucking rad.
God, like, okay, so now that we have Black Panther in this universe and we're fully establishing him as an own legit superhero, I am like, and now that Marvel has the X-Men again by buying Fox, do you think we're going to get Storm and?
I was going to say like. A lot of people are like, oh, I'd never heard of Black Panther before the comic came out. And I'm like, I've heard of Black Panther, but I only knew Black Panther is who's this guy married to Storm?
You want to know my very first interaction with Black Panther in the comics? Because the first time I ever got to see the character was in the Avengers 2 animated movie. That was my first time ever seeing him ever. And I'm like, oh, that's a Black Panther. That's cool. He was a cool character in that. My first time ever seeing him in the comics was when it was like, it was an X-Men comic. It was Valentine's Day. And T'Challa and Storm had just broken up, and they were communicating to one another, and it's just like, look, Storm's like, look, we're over, blah blah blah, and it's just like, and fucking T'Challa was just like, please don't fuck Wolverine. She fucks Wolverine.
What?
Yeah. I mean, they had fucked in the past. Like, they'd been an item previously in the comics. But that's why T'Challa was just like, please don't fuck Wolverine. And then by the end of it, she just fucks Wolverine.
Logan and Aurora, man, that's a weird pair.
Yeah, they've had like an on again, off again thing every so often.
Have you read any of the Rogue Deadpool that's going on?
There's Rogue Deadpool?
Oh yeah, Rogue Deadpool. Oh man,
shit.
It's sweet as shit.
No, like the last thing like I'd read about any unusual X-Men pairings was Kitty Pryde and Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
what's his fuck was like, alright, I'm done writing X-Men. I'm gonna go write fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm taking Kitty Pryde with me.
Son of a bitch. And then we got that X-Men run after the Bendis one that wasn't anywhere near as good. I kept buying them, but I wasn't reading them. So, yeah.
So, okay, Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty damn good movie.
Yes.
But more than that, and I think more importantly than that, if you're not going to go all like pretend film school YouTube video essay snob on it, is this movie is just cool as goddamn shit.
Yeah, it is. Also, I was surprised by the lack of comedy in this film because the MCU films. They really lean into the
Black Panther.
Yeah, he's Black Panther. He's way more stoic. He's way more serious. He has like maybe 2 jokes in it. Like one of those, where he like kicks a student, bounces it back, where he goes, delete that.
Because like the whole movie isn't as jokey, but it's a lot more chill.
Yeah.
Than most of the MCU, and I think that has to do with the way humor works in African culture. From someone who has no idea how humor works in African culture. I'm extrapolating from this film because it's just like everyone's like in most of the MCU, everyone's like fucking super ass West Wing serious until somebody cracks a joke. Mm-hmm. In Black Panther, everybody's just kind of chill the whole time.
Yeah, no, this movie has just the coolest atmosphere. It's just laid back, awesome as fuck. Like I said, aesthetically it's cool. It's cool. Like the spectacle moments are dope looking. A lot of people are saying this is the best MCU film. I feel like that's kind of just people leaning into either this is a whole bunch of new things that they've never seen before, so they're calling it the best. Kind of like when Iron Man was the best superhero movie for like that year it came out. Or it's just the first black superhero movie, thing. Which, no, 1, that was Spawn. 2, it isn't even the first black Marvel superhero movie because that was Blade. And honestly, I think I like Blade more.
It may just be like, because Black Panther is a very different feeling, very different kind of movie. And it may be that, that you're going to think that's the best superhero movie if this is a movie that's way more your speed than normal MCU fare.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like it's upper mid-tier. It's definitely in that upper echelon. Probably definitely a little past my top 5 probably, where I probably said it. But yeah, no, it's totally great, worth seeing, fucking dope as shit. I'm glad this movie was goddamn successful because they've been talking about oh my god, this movie's raking in all the money. I'm like, good! For the love of God, good! Because I'm sick and tired of Hollywood with this mentality of white people won't go see movies with minorities in them.
It's like, take it from white people. We're getting tired of white people. There's other shit out there to put in movies.
It's just one of those things I'm not really white, so it's just a thing of, white-ish at best. And, I don't mind. I've never had, an issue with predominantly white characters stuff because that's a cultural thing. But yeah, the mere fact, just the idea of we need to keep having white people as people won't watch these movies. It's just a stupid backwards fucking mentality. And I think Hollywood's starting to finally get the idea. I'm really hoping that later this year that Battle Angel Alita is awesome and that it does a fuck ton box office wise.
Yeah, that movie being good would be amazing.
Yeah, because I want that movie to be good. It looks interesting. I like the aesthetic. I like the director. They pulled out some no-name Hispanic actress. I think she's Hispanic. I don't know. Someone will probably correct me for being racist. But like, you know, they pulled out some no-name minority actress, and like, if this movie can pull in like decent numbers, like hopefully this will be the year where Hollywood goes, oh, minorities can sell films. Shit, who knew? Like, you don't have to be, you know, Will Smith to get the black character in a movie.
And then someday we'll have an Asian actor who doesn't have to do martial arts in a movie, and we'll all hold hands across America.
But I like when Asians do martial arts in movies.